What is up guys, it's Claw the Beast here, and today I'm going to bring you an awesome little cannon competition. I'm going to be calling this series Race to the Base, and basically I'm going to be taking 4 fairly experienced cannoners and putting them against each other in order to get into a base. So if you don't know in Minecraft, you can build cannons and this is useful because you can get into other people's bases. This guy's going to be called Master Stalker. He's starting to build a cannon. This is pretty ill and I don't expect much right now. Rebuka's just throwing away some soup. She's awesome. So I do have a server, and it does have, soup peel and stuff like that. It's got a nice free for all zone, and I'll be including the link, the IP address for that down below. HD Hunter's making great progress. He's already got a piston and a dispenser down, and he's making it out of bedrock, which means I'm not sure if that shows he lacks confidence, or it means he knows that eventually his cannon's probably going to blow up. Over there we had Have to Be There, and he seems to know what he's doing. And over here we've got a big ass cannon. What is this going to be? Master Stalker seems to be building some sort of super cannon. This is going to have a lot of power behind it, but I feel it's going to be a bit too low. I really do. I don't think he's going to be able to get in from there from that height. I think he might be a bit disappointed with that. Rebuka's still yet to start. He's not really started building his cannon yet. And HD Hunter is really taking a good look, because once you've built your cannon, you've really got to kind of commit to it. You can't just build it and then hope it works. You've got to make sure you place it in the right place, because changing your cannon halfway through it isn't really a very good option. Additionally, he made this cannon out of bedrock, which is also totally allowed. Oh, look at Roboco over here. He's balling with his diamond cannon. Still not made a lot of progress, but I guess we'll have to find out how he does. As this is a pretty easy to raid base actually. It should be easy to base. You've got to stack sand from the bottom all the way up, and then you've got to get through about 4 wet layers. So over here he has a couple of dispensers, quite a cool cannon actually. We'll have to see how that turns out. Have to Be There seems to be doing pretty well. Overall, everyone seems to be in the same level, and they've all got fairly different cannons. And I'm really glad that not everyone has exactly the same cannons then, because that would be pretty boring. Already stacking sand over here. Awesome, that's exactly what I want to see. I'm not sure how this cannon is actually going to do with stacking sand. It might be a bit slow. So this is a weekly thing, which means I'm going to bring out a new series every week, which is awesome. This is going to be a 4-part series, which means this whole competition right here into this one base is going to be cut into 4 different bits for you to watch, because the competition did take about 50 minutes to fully complete until we had a conclusive winner, and so I'm just going to be cutting that down a bit so you don't have to watch a 50-minute video, so it's that big commitment. So yeah, this is definitely a cobweb cannon, which I'm not sure is going to work very well. It might, if you can get enough power behind it, it will do pretty well. Although I still feel that this cannon is too low. They are allowed to build anywhere behind this, basically that obsidian line that you can see. They can build anywhere behind it. So this is a pretty cool cannon. It doesn't seem to have any sort of sand implementation yet, but you can see the repeaters set down for that. 3 repeaters. I think the main part of this is being able to stack sand quickly and efficiently in order to get into the base, and I'm not sure Rebuka's cannon quite achieves that. It seems like a cannon is more power orientated than being able to actually stack sand. So over here, HD Hunter decided that he didn't like that cannon he had before and decided to build a whole new one. At the same time, he could have just left his old one down there, but he decided to be environmentally friendly instead and just delete it. Over here, Have to Be There's got a fairly similar design to what I've used, and then he's got 3 pistons and a bunch of dispensers, and it stacks sand nice and quickly and very predictably. Master Stalker's got a really nice cannon over here, but I'm not sure it's going to stack sand very quickly. Now the thing is with cobweb cannons is they actually don't stack sand that quickly. It's very, very unpredictable in how many bits of sand they'll stack. Another thing as well is the sand is fired in one massive big clump, which means that when it lands, it's not all going to actually, you can fire 50 bits of sand and they'll fly through there, but if they're in the same block, then they're not all going to actually stack. So I guess we'll find out how this works. bunch of bits went up in the air there, and as you can see, only one bit stacked. And if you think about how, I think he had too much power there, in all honesty. I think sand just went way over where it was meant to, and one bit landed there. Just one, which is kind of disappointing considering the power and the amount of sand that cannon has. Over here we've got Happy to be there, almost ready to fire. I definitely think this cannon will be firing a bit more, will be firing much better and stacking a lot faster than any other cannon we've seen so far in this competition. Simply because he knows every time he fires that cannon he's going to land 3 bits of sand. HD Hunter's still a bit behind. For some reason he's taken a long time to actually set this up, and I'm not sure about the triple dispensers he got there at the back. I think really only a row of 2 would really work, or a TNT booster cannon, that might work as well. Happy is almost ready to fire. I want to see him fire right here. He's just double checking all his repeaters, just to make sure everything is properly correct. So I just need to do something real quick. Yeah, there we go, done it. And he's just filling up the dispenser right now with TNT. Hopefully that will work out really well. We might miss it here. HD Hunter still, he's not really doing a lot. I mean, he's building his cannon looks kind of cool. But, like, I just don't think, I think he's got too much power for the job, and it's not going to stack really that fast. Oh, ready to fire over here, Ibuku it is. Oh, that was a nice thing, but too much power, and a lot of the sand actually broke there. That's a weird Minecraft mechanic. If you fire it all the way up past Scalement, you end up just breaking it. So the highest stack over here is from, I believe that is Master Stalker. So the highest stack so far. And then Ibuku, and then Happy has not stacked a single bit so far. But hopefully he will get that going soon. Oh my, what is this? Master Stalker blew up his cannon. Uh-oh. That's not good. Ah, he blew up his cannon. That's a huge setback. Huge setback. I'm not sure if they have access to World Edit, which means they'd effectively be able to just copy and paste a cannon back in when it breaks. But they shouldn't have access to that, and if they do, I don't think they're using it anyway. So Luke is adding a barrel to this, which I think is a good move, or they could just add less power. I think less power would work as well. Sometimes it's better to add a barrel, and sometimes it's better to just add less power. So he's still got tons of power, so a lot of that sand is just firing straight up now, and he's not stacking very fast at all. Do you see, this is Happy's sand stack now. This is falling really nice and fast. As you can see, it confidently lands 3 bits every single time. Every time it lands 3 bits, which is awesome. That's exactly what we want. He's got that, he's just firing really fast. He's going to stack this incredibly fast. Now as you can see, this may use more resources than a cobweb cannon. Well, it might in fact, I think this is actually better than a cobweb cannon. With a cobweb cannon, you're firing one shot and you're hoping that you can land 15 bits. But with that, you know you're going to land 3 bits. So I think there's a sacrifice, and I think it's worth it. It's much better off using a piston cannon than it is a cobweb. I would personally don't like cobweb cannons at all. I don't think they're very good. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. But if you want, it's really easy to make, and if you want to do that, you can. HD Hunter still hasn't really started firing over here. He's still filling up his millions of dispensers that he's put down for some reason. Happy on the other hand is stacking really nice and fast, and Master Slayer is still rebuilding his cannon. Ibuku is still firing away, but I really think, as long he's reduced his power too much now. His cannon is really low, which means you'll have to get a perfect amount of TNT for that to work out, which is going to be quite hard. So you want to build your cannon a bit higher up than the bottom of the base, which is what most of the people had began to do. Happy's got a really nice little stack going right now. Awesome stack. He's still building his cannon, still building. The Ibuku's not really doing a lot right now. HD Hunter is still not fired. He is so far behind, but I mean this cannon, it will be able to blow through the actual base itself once you stack the sand really nice and fast. That'll be pretty awesome. Just go ahead and do some anime stuff, make sure no one can screw around with anything. Dixie is meant to be sorting this kind of stuff out, but hopefully, I'm not sure if he is. He's meant to be sorting this type of stuff out, really. That's okay. The cannon competition, let it begin. So, happy to be there. Looks like he's making a really nice little stack over there. Look at this. Oh, there's TNT coming right through. What is that? Is that intentional? I really hope it's not. That'll be unfortunate.